And that is correct, ladies and gentlemen. We should be simulcasting on Twitter and also YouTube right here, right now. And what on God's green earth is going on with FB token, which is the native token of the Fractal Bitcoin network? What is going on? Is it the death spiral that we're witnessing before our very eyes? Or is it something that's more logical than that? Don't worry, we got all the answers to all of your burning questions in this episode of Francis Dhun Uncensored.
Francis Dhun Uncensored.
We're coming back at y'all once again here at Francis Dhun Uncensored, where we do have tomorrow's newspapers today, ladies and gentlemen. Fractal Bitcoin ecosystem, CAT20, CAT tokens. That's where it's at right here, right now in the market. I don't know if you didn't hear about CAT20. You might be living in a cave or under a rock, but you need to come on out and smell the roses. This is what's going on right now in the market, guys. Very exciting times. And we are joined with our co-host backstage called Devis. Devis, say what's up.
Welcome everybody. Another day, another dump, they say.
Another day, another dump.
Fractal ecosystem.
Somebody put out a tweet. They're like, I think it was buy the hodl. Hodl and buy the dip. He said, hey, whoever's talking about October needs to get beat up. And I think I made one video. I just said, hey, happy October. That could only mean one thing. SatsPump Fun. We're one step closer to the launch of SatsPump Fun, which is going to be one of the first, if not the first, CAT20 dApps that kickstarts everything, in my humble opinion. But we'll get to that later on in the presentation here. I hope everything is good with you, Devis, and the viewers. I'll just say hello in the chat here as people are joining us in YouTube. Do share this, guys. We want to know what's going on with Fractal Blood-Clot Bitcoin at this day and age. Let me just head on over to the Twitter live chat as well. Then we'll get carried on. Here we go. Karen is laughing. That's cool. Grand Rising, Mr. 100X. Hey, dude, don't worry. We're going to get to all of these things that I want to share with you about the bigger picture here. All right? Hey, guys. Just see what's up. All right. Let's carry on. As... Oh, shit. Let me fix my death spiral. There is the FB death spiral, Devis. Do you see it? Don't look too far into it. Yeah, don't look too far into it. You might get psyoped, man. You might get psyoped into believe in something else. But nonetheless, let me carry on here. So where we at right now with this October? Bitcoin took a little bit of a hit here. I think we're at, 65K 48 hours ago, give or take. We're at 61,000 right now, ladies and gentlemen. What is happening? Well, let me tell you. We got the potential of a World War III taking place here. And as we know, to be honest, Bitcoin actually performs pretty good when there's wars, right? First, there's a little bit of a dip, and then over time, within the next few weeks, it tends to pump. We've seen this with the Russia and Ukraine war as well. And right now, we got Iran and Israel going at it, apparently. So, there's a lot of warmongering fear out there, and it's taking a hit on the markets. And it's not just crypto, It's stock market and everything, too. So how might Israel respond to Iran's missile barrage? Here's what we know. Blah, blah, blah. And normally negative news like this, wars especially, does have a negative impact on the markets. And that's what we're seeing here. It's no coincidence. It's not like, whoever says October is fucked. First of all, this is the first time in my 7 years of being in crypto I've ever heard of October. Seriously. I don't know about you, Dev, but you've been in the game about 7 years too. But have you heard of October before?
Yeah, I told you already in private, I think in 2021 bull run, historical data says that October is always a good month. And again, the data is by the end of the month, not at the beginning of the month. So
Exactly. 110% there. I love the alpha here that's hunter.sats or hunter.sat rather. Is dropping here for everybody. So let's take a read of this. So October 7th, 2023, Hamas attacks Israel. Bitcoin price was at 27,940. Fast forward a few weeks later, Bitcoin went to 34,500. Very interesting, right? So war took place. The market took a negative hit, and then it started to recover thereafter. April 14th, 2024, Iran attacks Israel. I was unaware of that. Bitcoin price 63,800. May 24th, and it climbed up thereafter, right? So there's a dip and there's the rip. 71,440. Bitcoin referred to digital gold. Trends to thrive during wars and conflicts. Some people claim the bull run is canceled or over. But don't let that shake your confidence. Historically, Q4 and Q1 are the strongest quarters for crypto, especially with the upcoming U.S. elections in November. Plus, Fed has already cut interest rates and more cuts may follow, which will allow liquidity to flow back into the crypto markets. I love this assessment over here. He's going off of historical data that involves, wars and countries going at it. And yeah, he sees the same thing we see as well. Moving on. So let's just briefly go through this. This is the latest announcement from Fractal, and we're going to get to the death spiral. Trust me. Don't worry, we got you covered in that regard. Sorry, let me head back over here. So introducing Fractal's bridging options. As Fractal's mainnet gains momentum, we're excited to introduce Fractal's bridging solutions. These bridges enable seamless asset transfers between Fractal and other blockchain networks, ensuring secure and efficient value movement. Fractal now has 2 bridging solutions. The latest one is Simple Bridge, and the previous one that they already told us was the Bull Bridge. Why bridges matter, we don't have to go through that. Simple Bridge, let's talk a bit about them. Simple Bridge, developed by Unisat. Wow, I didn't know they were making bridges too. Interesting. Is a small service designed to securely and efficiently connect assets from different protocols to PizzaSwap. By integrating the latest cryptographic algorithms, Simple Bridge enhances the security and performance of cross-chain asset transfers, bringing innovation to the blockchain eco. That is great. When you have 2 different options for bridges, it will help with congestion and getting assets over a little bit more safer, right? Instead of ballooning one, congesting one. I think we had some horror stories with the C bridge, no, Dev? At least you did. You're a bridge guy. I just stay.
No, I haven't. I haven't,
haven't?
but
No?
it's a well-known crypto sphere that bridges get exploited. So there's been some breaking record bridges. I think one was from Axie Infinity with 750 millions stolen. So yeah, bridge is also always a delicate matter when bridging.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. A little bit more on this. This is a different slide, if you will. Simple Bridge for PizzaSwap now is live on Fractal. Okay, so it's live. We're excited to announce that Simple Bridge, developed by the Unisat team, is now live on the Fractal Bitcoin mainnet. With Simple Bridge, you can securely and efficiently connect assets, blah, 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 blah. Almost the same slide here. So when we head on over now to fractal.unisat.io/apps, we see another section that's lit up, which is indeed the Simple Bridge. And you should already know there's a Bull Bridge, so there's 2 bridge options, and obviously the PizzaSwap, right? Now, when we click Simple Bridge, is this the one? No, this is not Simple Bridge. This is, maybe it is. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like the same shit. Yeah, this is it. So this is the Simple Bridge. Bitcoin, yeah, let me just click this. Bitcoin to SBTC, and, that's how, and you also got Quack. Big shout out to Domo Ducks. That is the BRC20 token there. Look at this, eh? Okay, well, yeah. The Quack, Ordi, Sats, Pepe, the usual suspects, Rats, Pizza, Track, and or what have you. So, not too sure if people use this already. I would love to hear your feedback on it. I haven't even used the Bull Bridges yet. Have you, Dev, or?
No, I haven't.
Problem. So, moving on to Twitter once again, right? What's the market sentiment like? What are people saying? So, we have Block here talking about Simple Swap tomorrow. I don't know if he made a mistake and meant Simple Bridge, unless there's a fucking swap to, that will be very, very interesting to see how all of that pans out, because at the end of the day, PizzaSwap, aka, let's be honest here, guys. We have to be honest with ourselves and with the people who may be listening to us, who value what we have to say. And I'm going to be hell of a, straight up kind of guy right here. That shit is pizza flop, bro. Straight up. That's pizza flop. That ain't no pizza swap. That's floppy pizza flop. Like, I don't know what else to say, Dev. What about you? I'll just say, what I would say is this. Let me show you guys a clip. On September 10th, which was what, Devis? About 3 weeks ago. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Look what I said with Shizzy in the backyard. Shit. Fucking shit. Sorry, I gotta do it again. Here we go.
Pizza Swap. I think we're going to see other, better options out there than Pizza Swap.
DotSwap's coming. Do you see DotSwap sweep? They're
I
gonna
seen
allow you to.
something.
Yeah.
So if you look at the bottom, September 10th, 3 weeks ago, and we were talking about the various different swaps, and we were live doing a casual live stream. We did allude that, hey, I just don't see Pizza Swap being the go-to. And Shizzy also mentioned DotSwap, and lo and behold, DotSwap V3. And the SatsPump Fund account will be making an announcement tomorrow that that's the one we'll be using to migrate liquidity, the V3, without the need to deposit funds first. Okay? So that's it. I don't see anything else. I don't know what simple swap is, but at this point, I think it's safe to say, Dev, and let me know if I'm correct or wrong. I think DotSwap is the leaders when it comes to this entire Cat20 thing, right? They've proven themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
About 3 times they've proven themselves, right? They're very quick and they're getting it done. So I think it's safe to know that, right, with what's available currently, for myself building a Cat20 dApp, not just deploying a token, none of that. We're stitching complex code together, guys, in a new environment, which is Fractal Bitcoin's network, right? So I feel I feel the safest right now if I was to commit to sending the liquidity to the DotSwap V3. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So we'll make that announcement tomorrow. What's up, Dev? You're going to say something.
You just drop a breaking news.
What is it? What is it?
Well, you just dropped the breaking news that SatsPump.fun will utilize the DotSwap as a migration DEX. Yeah, you cannot. You can be, any more right. I mean, DotSwap demonstrate themselves that they are first, and they're hardworking, and they are, releasing updates after updates, and as they are the leading in this space when relating to Cat20 and swap. I mean, there is a lot of beast in the game, and I didn't see any product yet out. So this, it's a very understatement to say that they are the leading people in the development on Cat20.
Yeah, I mean, make no mistake about that. I'm just going to do a poll here in the live chat on YouTube. And let's see what people say, if they agree with us or not, because maybe people got other thoughts on this, right? So, do you like that SatsPump Fund will be using DotSwap V3 to migrate liquidity? All right.
I mean, also another statement that we can actually come is when Pizza Swap released the testnet. I say directly to you, I mean, this is shit. I mean, you need to inscribe, you need to deposit, you need to wait, you need to. I mean, this is not a friendly user base experience. And when you think that if you would like to drive inside people from other chains, and then they arrive in this state of an environment, I mean, you just don't want to stick with it.
Yeah, exactly. And that brings us to the topic at hand. We don't do clickbait over here. We're going to grab the bulls by the horns and take control, okay? And attack the exact issue here, if you will. So Fractal Bitcoin's at $7.17. Oh my God, what's going on? So I want to say something, right? What we're seeing right now with this FUD, with Fractal Bitcoin, it's not even really FUD. It's people who don't want to see something succeed because they are invested in other areas, financially, emotionally, and everything else. Okay? So that's what we're seeing here. And when you have a group of people like that, that now means that how these people are not neutral, meaning they're not committed to either side, right? They're not neutral. So which means they're committed to one side. And when you're committed to one side and you're all in, you are blinded by narratives. That's just the human psychology. So what am I getting to? If you are a critic or you don't want to see something succeed, you aren't looking at any positives in a neutral way or an unbiased way. You are looking for problems and problems only, right? So the little thing that you see, you're going to try to build a case on that to why this thing is negative, which is Fractal Bitcoin. And people are looking at the price and saying that's negative. But lo and behold, bro, the network works. The fast blocks is amazing, right? That is one accomplishment we gotta admit that was delivered. Bro, that's massive. If the network wasn't working and it was like fucking 5-minute blocks and not 30 seconds on average, and it couldn't scale recursively, right? And all these other things, and cheaper fees on Bitcoin, I would say, yo, they got a problem, and I would be the first to admit, yeah, that is a problem. You know what I mean? But lo and behold, I mean, I can't say that because that is not the problem over here. People are looking at the price, right? Again, the network works just fine. And we're going to get into all of these other things, you know. And if you were to actually look at something like a Casper, okay, or Caspa, this was a proof of work chain as well. Look, I'm not saying this is going to duplicate the same success for FB, but it's a good example because it's the same thing. Now, I do believe that how they did 100% mineable. But if you look at it right now with the metrics of Fractal Bitcoin, it's essentially, just hear me out, at this phase, 100% mineable. Why? Because the tokens that we're seeing being released are coming from miners. Hear me out before somebody takes this clip and edits it, okay, and blows things out of context. What do I mean by that is if you look at what's circulating, okay, right now with Fractal Bitcoin into comparison to Casper, when they went live within the first 2-3 weeks, right? Casper, let's just say it's 100% mineable, right? These tokens are going to be released through the miners. With Fractal Bitcoin, it's 50%. But since the other sets of tokens are locked up for the most case with pre-sale and other metrics that we could track, Treasury and all these other things, they gave us the wallet addresses, they are also locked up too. So the token economics is essentially the same thing, okay, of right now, which is just this, right? This is this the max? Yeah, this is the, sorry, let me go like this, guy, sorry. So this is the max chart, okay? It's just dead. And mind you, the chart goes before this, right? CoinGecko just started to track it on like whatever, May 30th. It was before that, right? So the history before that was very volatile. And when you have these miners getting it, only up until we saw like, you know, around here, it turned the corner. So that was May, June, July. When was that? June, July. So May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, March. 10 months we're talking about is when you start to see something change here in terms of price. But we ain't talking about price right now, guys. What really matters the most is that this thing that they built is sustainable for us to trade tokens the way we want to trade tokens. That's the true takeaway here, bro. Okay? And it works. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to take it a step further and say, if it wasn't for Fractal Bitcoin, we wouldn't have Cat20 protocol. Fractal Bitcoin is like this place that you go with your creative mind, your skillful developer knowledge, and you go to work and you create whatever your mind could imagine. On Bitcoin, we can't do that. And we're talking about in accordance to fungible tokens, right? That's what Fractal is. And look what it bred. It bred a Cat20 protocol. So that proves my point that a creative mind put 2 and 2 together. They got 4. They didn't get potatoes, and they came to build a Cat20 protocol, right? Because of Fractal Bitcoin. And you need to understand, so first of all, if it wasn't for Fractal, Cat20 will not even be, it wouldn't exist today, right? And then you need to understand, Cat20, even if it was thought of, where is it going to reside? It needs to be in a network that shares similar circumstances. Fast blocks, cheap fees, could scale, and has programmability. Where else we're going to find this? So we're talking about another UTXO network out there that has all of these things. And there are some out there, but there's a reason why people aren't fucking with it. Like BSV. I believe it's that how they don't support SegWit. So any UTXO chain that supports SegWit and OpCat will be able to have Cat20. But where's the better option right now? I just don't know. So both of these two things go hand in hand. You can't just create a really cool protocol and be like, all right, I create a really cool token protocol. Well, you need that network to utilize it in. What network are you going to utilize it in? You just can't. Nothing else. So that's why Fractal Bitcoin is very important when it comes hand in hand with the Cat20 protocol. What do you think, Dev? Am I talking out of my ass or what?
No, you say exactly the right things. I mean, at the end of the day, you need to look on the technical side, and there is no flaws, right? And as you mentioned, there is not the possibility to actually deploy a Cat20 protocols without fractals. And I think people still, I mean, we all don't see any potential. We maybe me and you, we can see the potential because we did look in the technical part of CAT20, but as soon as the degen world can actually start to play with all the tools available for CAT20 or will become available for the CAT20 people, then the bullishness is gonna kick back in a very fast pace. So as long as people are sitting on their hand and watching the chart going down, of course, we all know in cryptosphere the patience is 0.1 second. If they don't see any result tomorrow or yesterday, then they start to FUD. So we need to let it breathe a little bit, let it develop protocols that will innovate the whole ecosystem and therefore create a demand that is going to be sustainable also for the FB token. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do have a super chat from Maz. Thank you so much, Maz, for the super chat. What do you think about SRC20 and CBRC20s? Look. Okay, so the way I operate, I'm like Robert Kawasaki. You know that guy? Rich Dad, Poor Dad? I think he's from Hawaii, but he looks Filipino. I'm like Robert Kawasaki, and he once famously said he likes to discover the startups, kickstart them, and then move on to the next big best thing, right? So if you look at me, when I discovered BRC20s with a bunch of other people too who did as well, who was early on that, I was so excited, I couldn't hold in the information. I had to come right here in this very office, in this very chair, from these very cameras, from this very platform, which is YouTube, and did I do simulcast? Yeah, I think I did a couple. But nonetheless, I'll share that with you guys. And that was the big winner, right? And we saw a couple others came to market thereafter, even like, .sat domains was before that. But all the things that came thereafter was just trying to capture, I would say, market share and hype. Don't get me wrong, there were a lot that was better than even BRC20s. And as I tell you guys, I'm not all in on one side, brother. I'm just a realist, and that's how I'll always be. And that's how you have to be if you want to actually succeed here, right? So I would just say that how SRC20 is amazing. CBRCs, I don't have experience in it. Some people say it's bullshit. Some people say it's good. I had the team on who created that, the OpNet guys, Chad and what's the other guy's name? Danny, so it is what it is. But I would say SRC20 is cool. But for me, again, like Robert Kawasaki, the main one was the BRCs. That's like, you found the treasure box right there. Once that took place, I started getting the building bug, and we started to make, the Sat Hunter tool, which was a value proposition for the end user to save Bitcoin, and we feel as though we're doing it all over again, but much better here with SatsPump Fun, now giving you guys liquidity pools. And what is the missing piece of this puzzle, guys? It really is the liquidity pools, and we haven't seen that in full blown other than DotSwap. And if you go to DotSwap.app, look at the trading volume, it's up there. So we need to get more of that going, more of that adopted, right? And I think that's where PizzaSwap really missed the mark, man. Let's be honest with ourselves over here. As I carry on here with the presentation, and this is what I mean, guys. If the public was moaning, groaning, and bitching about this, PizzaSwap, right? So swap, deposit, like, you guys were talking about, like, fucking, what do you call it? DeFi applications with PizzaSwap, and people were thinking of that. But again, this is why I bring this up one more time for y'all.
They actually reached out to me. I'm good friends with the guy over there.
Shizzy. Every time I got Shizzy here, bro, I swear to God, it's his fault. He's fucking up some.
I think we're going to see other, better options. PizzaSwap, I think we're going to see other, better options out there than PizzaSwap.
DotSwap's coming.
As you, right there, right, September 10th. So I had a feeling that it would have been a deposit button. Yeah? And that's not cool. I'll be honest. And I'll tell it to anyone's face. Unisat and all. It is just, in my opinion, it's borderline unacceptable. Okay? And this is why we never committed to anything like PizzaSwap. And we've been telling you guys CAT20. And now, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be V3. That's where we're at. So, in my opinion, this is unfucking acceptable. Who the heck is going to want to use this shit? I just hope it fucking fixes real soon. And I'm sure it will. We'll see, though. One would think they had so much time to make this right. From the Module 1 up until now, and it's still pretty much the damn same shit. Is what it is, bro. I'm just happy, like, we're not going to be integrating this into SatsPump Fun. But I do believe this deposit one day will be removed, and they'll be able to do it the correct way. Okay? Like, I hold people's feet to the fire, right? I don't care if I like them a little bit better than what's out there. But hey, if there's issues, let's talk about these issues as well. Yeah? Moving on. So once again, we talked about this, Cat20. Oh yeah, I made this tweet the other day, and you know what, guys? I'll admit it, I do like my own shit every now and then. You guys don't even see it anyway, so I could always like it and get away with it, if you know what I'm saying. But fun fact, if it weren't for Fractal Bitcoin, there wouldn't be a Cat20 token standard to Bombaclat create. I think that is a consensus at this point. Now, I want to bring up a couple tweets here from Businessman. And this man just saying it like it is. Businessman who just says it like it is, bro. So seeing so many people making fun of the FB chart as if it's an indictment on the chain itself. Exactly, bro. What did you all think was going to happen when the FDV, fully diluted valuation, was at 7.7 billion MC with a 1% circulating supply? It would keep going up. That's a top 25 coin, unserious argument. And this is why, like, you know, for me personally, it's like maybe I would say, Dev, just as early as 6 months ago, I'm the type of person who care and I will like reply back to people. But when it comes to where the IQ level is so low and they don't understand basic demand, supply, miners getting tokens, they're not community members, they're selling, it's a business, and this fully diluted valuation and all of these things, it's like, buddy, I'm sorry, you need to go work on your fucking, you know, your knowledge and, you know, learn how this thing works, because it's not even an argument, like he says, it's an unserious argument and it's true. Those are the type of people who need to learn on their own, bro. I'm not here to fucking argue with people on Twitter. I don't do text arguments. If anybody has a legitimate constructive criticism or destructive criticism that is warranted, and I disagree with them, I will actually debate that person on a platform that's video style, on a neutral platform, right? Some other YouTuber or something. I'm not gonna fuck with spaces, have people jump in and all this shit, and fucking, you know, we get sidetracked. You talk, my turn to talk. You talk, my turn to talk. That will be that. But this is just how it is. So Businessman saying it like it is. And there's something else I forgot to show y'all with Casper. Proof of work chain launched last year. Yeah, was very you know, tumultuous, so to speak, in the beginning here, volatile, sidelined, only seen some real growth months there later. But if you do this math, guys, this right here, you know what that works out to be? That's over 1,000x. From this to that. Fuck, let me make sure I'm doing this correctly. Dev, you got a calculator there, bro? Before I give people wrong information?
No, it's about that.
Is it? Yeah, okay. Let me do the math here. So that's 0.2074. Right? That's 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. 171. Look at that, bro. Dude, that's 1,212x is the potential we have here with similar chains, guys. That's what Casper did. Now, am I telling you that's what fucking FB is going to do? No, I ain't saying that. But the potential is there. Cool. Where are we now? Yeah, here. Another one from Businessman. Oh, did I? No, I read that one already. Sorry. I think it's this one here. People were buying FB at the market cap to degen into stuff like Cat20 or Glizzy, which both made massive gains. Many people who understand token economics and took profit swapped back to BTC, opposed to holding a token with an inflated valuation. So what he's trying to tell us here now is the ecosystem motherfucking pumped. Whether haters on the sidelines want to agree or not, people made money in the ecosystem 20, 30, 40, 50, and even 100x in some cases. And I can only speak for myself because with Cat, I got it at 3 sat VB. You know, that is 100x, but come on. You know, when we talk about Mr. 100x, that's not a surprise. You shouldn't expect anything less. So that doesn't even count here. But, you know, I'll still mention it. But yeah, I mean, people be banking coin in the damn ecosystem, bro. And that's exactly what we told you guys the opportunities would be in Fractal Bitcoin's ecosystem. I can even pull a fucking, a thread on the fly. Dev, you want to take it over? I'm going to try to look for a thread on the fly where I said that. Fuck, I can't. Sorry. Hey, man, I can't. My phone's dead. I can't search my profile on the desktop. All good. Let's move on for a sec here. So let's show you guys what we're talking about, right? So, you know, where's all this other stuff here, like the ones that you guys will be familiar with, right? So where's Hanzo Momo? Hanzo Momo popped off. People already did like a 5x, probably more than that. Yeah? Floor price is even going up, I believe. Last I saw it was at 5, I believe. Domo Ducks, people bank mad coin on that, right? Even Bipolar, right? Up 56%, 100%, blah, 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 blah. You know, what else people made money off of, bro? You know, Cat, Glizzy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what it is. So I don't think we've ever seen anything like this with the previous, you know, all year, the previous standard. It was quite the opposite. It was almost like everybody who minted whole bags and there's nobody else come to buy bags. Why? Y'all didn't have the China effect, bro. Y'all didn't have the China effect. So that's what we're seeing over there. Right? And this is what we're talking about when it goes to the V3, right? For SatsPump Fun, you'll be able to see, you know, the CAT20 tokens that you generate and create on our platform. If it's going to be successfully, you know, migrated, the liquidity and the bonding curve has hit, you'll find yourselves over here in the V3 section, right? So let's just say that's whatever, CAT20 token, I don't know, you made something called Kibbles and Bits or some shit. Kibbles and Bits right there. And it'll be trading with the particular pair, which will be FB as well. Okay, guys? Yeah, and this is what I said. This is how I see it. Imagine being wrecked all year when watching people from the sidelines make 10x, 20x, 30x, 50x, and even 100x in the Fractal Bitcoin ecosystem in less than a month, and you want to call that FUD. I call that being salty and jealous. You know? Imagine expecting something is going to bring you X amount of gains and returns, and the outlook is amazing. We're talking about prunes. And then it actually does the opposite. And then something comes out of nowhere named Fractal Bitcoin, and it does what you were expecting runes to do. And then you want to call that FUD. Nah, that's called being salty. That's called being a salty ass bitch. I'm sorry. I was trying to use better words, but there's no other word I could come up with or definition for that to explain that. That's just being a salty little bitch. Straight up. You probably never seen 50x all fucking year. You see other people making this type of gains and then you want to shoot it down. Sorry for y'all, bro. What we got going on there, Davis?
Well, I got a couple of questions from the community on YouTube. There is a very bear jam. Is Fractal Bitcoin considered a layer 2? It seems like a fork of Bitcoin with a tweak of transaction speeds. So it's considered as a layer 1?
As I said before, and I'm just going to be myself here. I'm not addressing this to you. Me personally, I don't give a fuck if Fractal Bitcoin is a layer 2, a sidechain, a fork. I don't give a fuck. Why? Because it's created in the manner, the way we need to trade fungible tokens in a UTXO network. That's all I care about. Do we even know, like, when you're using a network, do you feel a difference of a L2 compared to a sidechain? Like, when you're using it? When you're using something that's trying to solve a problem, like a solution, which Fractal Bitcoin is, you just feel a big difference in your trading experience. And I feel that difference. That's all I care about. L2 fucking fork and all this shit is just a sidetracking you distraction. Who gives a fuck what it is? I care what it does. So to answer your question, it's really a side chain. It's a side chain is what it is. Yeah? But at the end of the day, the reason why we ask these questions, what's the viewer's name? Sorry. Dev? It's okay. Whatever his name was, it's like, yeah, when we're using these chains, it's like, what does it do for us? And the culture, the dark cloud, when you hear side chains, to fork, it comes from newcomers coming into crypto every year since 2017 after the civil war in Bitcoin took place, where you had all these camps making their own version of Bitcoin. Why? Because people don't understand that Satoshi Nakamoto wanted to turn on Opcat, wanted to increase the fucking block size. They're indoctrined with the status quo of a small circle of people trying to hijack Bitcoin according to Roger Ver, which is the Bitcoin core team. That guy's been around here since day one, and they were doing these things to make their business model that much more lucrative by not increasing the block size. So when Roger Ver, who's been here before them, is screaming about this, okay, he owns Bitcoin.com, everybody wants to make fun of him because he's going to jail out of nowhere because he comes out with a book that speaks the truth. But this is why. It's because they said, all right, if you want to convince everybody on social media this is how Bitcoin should be, with your, credit must be given to the creators of that propaganda because it still lives true to today. It's kind of like religion. Even today, we all fucking think that's the truth. I'm a spiritual guy. I believe in the universe and God. But I don't know about this fucking old gray man on the clouds chilling with like sexy, blonde, blue-eyed fucking girls called angels playing a fucking trumpet on a cloud. You know what I mean? I don't see it like that. But today, people fucking still believe that's the case. And the same is true when newcomers come in, you're indoctrinated into something that is the culture, right? But what is the truth? Go deep dive and you'll see. So that's where sidechains gets a bad name. And they've done a good job with that, okay? But if you understand that sidechains are really trying to mimic what Satoshi wanted, it actually makes a heck of a lot more sense, okay? So at the end of the day, to answer your question, I don't give a fuck what it is personally. All I care is what it does for us. And it does a lot.
I got another question from ADC Jax. Yo, Mr. Alpha, no offense. Are you truly bullish on CAT20 or is it just because you are building on Satspan.fun platform to make some profit?
Very good question. Thank you. Thank you for that. I would say this. If you believe something is going to be the solution for this yearning problem, you've seen dozens of different standards come and go. It's supposed to be the next best thing and it's not. And then you see somebody now who's doing it correct, who's been there from the beginning, who's coming up with the real solution because now you're trying to fit a circle into a square peg, right? It's not going to fit. So then they build out a different framework to fit those tokens, right? To make them work. Then you start to pay attention to that because that's on a larger scale and they're doing it correctly instead of trying to fit a circle in a square peg on Bitcoin Layer 1. And then you realize the team behind it. Then you dig deeper, and then your researchers telling you, holy shit, bro, Opcat's going to be enabled? That's going to bring programmability now. Holy fuck. Well, instead of me talking shit here, and me just being on the sidelines like a spectator, fucking eating peanuts and throwing fucking the shells at everybody, right? That's easy to do. Let me actually contribute towards this. Right? So that's what we're doing here. If I think this solves a problem, and whenever you solve a problem, it's always good for the ecosystem. So now they're providing value. Where's my value proposition? I just want to flap my flapper like everybody else on Twitter? No, I want to go and contribute. So I'm going to go build. That's what I'm going to do. And you can't tell me right now that we don't need liquidity pools, bro, when trading fucking fungible tokens. In an environment like that, we do. That's a mega value proposition. And let me tell you, we will be delivering this product near the end of this month, if not the first week of November. But we're weeks away, guys. Like weeks away. So, yeah. Good question, though. Thank you so much for asking that. And yes, I do believe in CAT20. No indexer required. Interoperable with all UTXO networks that support SegWit and OpCat. Being front run when you mint but never lose your fees. It'll be returned to you? Bro. I was always a utility guy, right? Look at sathunter.com. Where value meets utility in every inscription. Everybody else was all about the memes back then. That's fine. But I always was a utility guy. And I'm always trying to build or create value for the end user. Period. Whether that's content or whether that's me. Think about it. Sathunter.com. Why would you waste your precious Bitcoin on inscriptions when you could use a shitcoin called Shint, the first ever utility token on Bitcoin? And you get 60% off too. It's cheaper and it's not your Bitcoin. To me, that's mad value. Anyhow. You can bring the questions coming, Dev. I'm just going to go on with the presentation here. So this is when we're going to see shit really hit the fan here. Sorry, not hit the fan, but explode, I should say, for the better. You guys should see this by now. This is almost like a universal order book that could do cross-chain trades in a decentralized manner with the CAT20 standard. Okay? This is when we're going to see some action happen as well. This is not possible with anything you've seen presented to you on the Bitcoin chain. Why? Because they all need fucking indexers. When people heard about CAT20 no indexers, we're like, oh, it's a scam, it's just a meme coin. Then Unisat comes up, oh shit, well, we're going to support CAT20, there's the tab. Everyone's like, oh fuck, maybe it's not a scam, it's legit. Okay, well, you can't do indexers. Now we got reputable camps like Ordinal's Wallet coming out with this, showing everybody what time it is, dubbing it, miners are the exchanges. Why? Because the miners are the ones picking up the transactions directly, which eliminates an unnecessary step, which is an indexer that some man created. So, this is the long form answer to your question. I am fucking bullish. I am more bullish on. I'm so bullish on CAT20. I am risking capital, time, energy, and even reputation to build towards it. But that's what trendsetters do. That's what we do. And a real man, if you want to succeed, You cannot be afraid to fail if you want to succeed. As I said, there's a lot of pussies out there. You know, they're not the ones to risk their reputation if the evidence and the data based on their research points that direction. They still will be like, oh, well, I don't know, nobody else is talking about it. Let me just wait to see if other people talk about it. And if it turns out to be a scam, then I'm not going to talk about it. But if it's not a scam after two or three people talks about it, I'll talk about it like a fucking pussy. So that's what we got going on here. I'm not that guy. I will be first to lead the way. Not with talk, but with action. And that's building. I let all people who smoke weed at home on the fucking couch, jerking off the Pornhub every fucking night, waking up in the morning, who got nothing more to offer other than fucking nonsense words on Twitter, do their thing, and live a miserable fucking life. I'll leave that to them. My days for that is over. Speaking of Cat 20 DApps, Sats Pump Fun, and I already gave away the announcement for this, which was the V3 of DotSwap we would be using. All right, we look forward to becoming. And guys, look, we're not coming here every fucking day and tweeting some bullshit and fucking, motivating you guys. When we're building, we're coming with business. And what is business? We're going to give you guys a coded, complex code stitched product that requires developers and not just, a couple clicks and there's my project. Nah, we're building the platform for you guys to create the next 1000x, whatever the fuck, 10,000x. 200x meme coin, yeah? And yeah, the people didn't see the alpha. This is the alpha over here. You could go on over to satspump.fun, and you can check it out and click here and, see what you could expect to see and whatnot, yeah? Cool. This wouldn't be there on day one, week one, or month one. This will come thereafter, but we will be incorporating a chat as well. Now, why do I bring up Sats Pump Fun? Very simple. I'm sure you guys know of this coin called Sui. Now, Dev, do you have the other documentation for this on when that thing came out?
Well, Pump launched the 1st September.
Okay, so it's okay, but do you have the actual graphic or article? If you don't, it's okay. It's fine. So guys, look, Sui. I
sent it to you.
Yeah, send me in the DM and just tag it so I can pull it up. Yeah. But right here, this is Sui chain. Why is this important? Because Sui pretty much, I wouldn't say it was a dead chain, but it wasn't really too active. But on September, what you said, Dev, 5th?
1st.
So on September 1st, a pump fund model came to Sui. And right here, Sui went from literally, like Dev said September 1st, so right here, 80 cents. And in a few months later, well, not even, the next month, fucking thing pretty much does like a 2x. And why is that impressive? That's impressive because Sui, what's the market cap on this shit? 25, bro. Listen to this. Yep. This was a top 25, it was top 30 crypto. Well, it probably was less. Probably a top, 40 crypto. And for that to flip, to go to top 25 because of a pump fund model came to their network and pumped their token. That's what happened. Because you needed their token to thing. What I'm trying to say is Sats Pump Fun going to be the savior for Fractal freaking Bitcoin's price? Hey guys, it's like, hey guys, no pressure. Leave it up to us to give you guys minting 2.0. Leave it up to us to give you liquidity pools. Leave it up to us to pump FB price. We got you covered. No pressure at all, Devis, no pressure. But that's what we saw there that took place with this pump fund model on Sui, as Devis brings it up here. Yeah, Blue Move, okay? And this is their product over here on September 1st. Oh shit, am I sharing my screen? I'm not. All right, so Blue Move, okay? We're thrilled to unveil on Sui Network, right? Move Pump, and you come down here, September 1st. We backtrack that to the graphs. September 1st is right here. And then I pop, okay? So that's the type of value proposition that we need to see here from these dApps. We need a DEX, right? That's mandatory. And then we need dApps that people actually want to use. And like, you can say, well, what about a game? Games are okay, bro. But to build a successful game is extremely hard. Because to have somebody want to come back to that game to play over and over and over and over and over and over and over, bro, seeing the same fucking level and all that shit over and over and over, it best be engaging and rewarding. And I think that's how these tap games like Hamster and fucking Notcoin did well. It's just engaging, easy, and rewarding. They could get coins. So, yeah, something like a pump fund model is a proven model here.
I mean, at the end of it, I just want to add this. You know, an ecosystem needs to drive demands to a meme token or gas token in order to actually absorb the miners' dumpage, right? So we know that 2024, 2025 bull run is going to be driven by meme coins. It is undeniable. I mean, you can see on every chain the biggest volume. This Pump Fund, what it's going to do is going to open the door to all the DJ world that they're going to want to trade in a very friendly user experience, in and out, buy and sell, in a liquidity matter, meaning that you don't need, like, for example, now you mint, you have a problem. There is no liquidity. There is $300 in liquidity. What you're going to do? You cannot do nothing. So as soon as you enable a fun experience where you can create your meme, you can create your community, you can build up your Bunkaya and make something make worthwhile for the people to join, then you drive up the price. And what you need FB to buy the token. It's just the... Go.
Bro, it's been a long time since I did this. Time out, Dev, time out. No. You bring up some good points there for sure, right? So again, what people don't realize is how Cat 20 really was organic and came out of nowhere. And I mean out of nowhere. And everybody was caught off guard. Yeah? Well, these things will already be here. All I'm saying is, and we've always said that how we feel October, November is the month for this to really display and showcase itself. And it's fine, right? You know, people are always going to say whatever they want to say. Sorry, I do have a question here on Twitter from somebody. Where was it? Yeah, they're happy about the DotSwap announcement there. Okay. Yeah, I agree. DotSwap is the best option right now. Yes, for sure. Sorry. Do you think FB would beat its previous all-time high, or are we going to the trenches? Did I answer that? Listen, at some point, guys, of course it's going to break through. At some point, yeah. But we just need some demand for the token to be used, right? I don't think people are minting too many BRCs at the moment. But again, for Cat 20 products on Fractal, like Sats Pump Fund, that's going to entail FB. And we just showed you guys SUI. And then hopefully we see another DApp, and another DApp, and another DApp, right? And that's what we're going to need over here. Yeah, and the miners are going to be selling like mad. They just are. Maybe somebody could bring up when the next epoch or halving is, but I don't think it's too much of a big difference over there. Yeah, but again, it's like, imagine calling Fractal Bitcoin, oh, it failed, but the network works. You could mint, okay, you could create your art, whatever you're into, and then people are making all this gains on the ecosystem, but Fractal Bitcoin is going down in value, and they say Fractal Bitcoin's a failure, but people are making 50x. 20, 30, 40x, right? If we're talking about it from because people are talking about it from a price standpoint. This is why I am referring to the price now, which is the ROI or the gains, right? So imagine now if memes are popping off on Solana and Solana is kind of like going down the value. They're like, oh, Solana fail. But you're making 50x, 20, 30, 40, whatever the fuck you're doing. That's how I see it here too. So it just doesn't add up. You know, listen, if you guys, you know, for the people who are now joining, if you guys were criticizing the pizza swap, and that's where that FUD was coming, yeah, bro, I'll probably be on that bandwagon with you. I'm like, I can see where they're coming from. But it just shows how stupid most people are when they're looking at the fucking price and saying, oh, look, it failed. But the network works perfectly fine, and people are making gains in the ecosystem. That just don't make no sense. Okay, there was one last thing here, guys. So take a look at this. So I made a tweet. Good morning, trendsetters. This is a friendly reminder that you have one more day to participate in the 1,000 USDT giveaway. And I found some cashola digital cheddar in one of my old wallets. So I'll be announcing the winners tomorrow. There'll be 2 winners, each receiving $500 each. So we do have another super chat from Maz. Maz, brother, save your bullets, but I appreciate you. Even I did mint Cat and Cat 20 projects and a DC FB. Yeah, same here. Same here. What else we got here? So Very asks, when will the estimate launch date for Sats Fund be? I minted 9 cats, but I can't sell or buy as there's liquidity issues. Well, there you go. There you go. The good thing about Sats Pump Fun is we actually provide part of the mint is the liquidity pool if you could successfully hit a bonding curve. That is also what's missing right now. And why people were excited for Pizza Swap is because they thought the liquidity pools would be there. And then it was like, oh my God, what is this? It's like when I go for my coffee, I get a large coffee with 2 cream. I get to the window after ordering that coffee, large coffee, 2 cream. Like, oh, here you go, sir. You got your large coffee, 3 cream, and 3 sugar. It's like, it's not what I ordered, but I'll still take it and pay for it. Kind of like this. It's not what we expected, but we'll still use it. Right? And now it's like, here's the next thing, guys. This is a fucking solid point. Hear me out. The BRC20 way, when you mint, marketplaces actually will suit it better in terms of when you don't have like, when you're not like, funded, if you're not like doing like a project where you're funded, how are you going to put liquidity in? Unless the person wants to fund it himself, that's fine. But it's almost like we have this liquidity pool, but you don't have the liquidity pool because people don't got the funds to create a liquidity pool. Right? So that's the other problem there. Along with a deposit option on Pizza Swap, but again, DotSwap don't have that. But when people are creating projects on their own through fair mints, and it's like a free fair mint, well, where's the funding for the liquidity pool? Who's going to put in 50K at least on each side to make it 100K? I don't fucking know. So this is why with Sats Pump Fun, you have that included, bro. And the excitement for Pizza Swap was to have liquidity pools, and it's like we don't even have it. It's there, but it isn't there. Man, we come with value, bro. Where value meets utility in every inscription. I gotta come up with a slogan for this one. Why would this matter? It's because I am painfully aware on a personal level how this is. I've experienced this myself. Okay, coming from somebody who's been there from day one, who've experienced this throughout the fucking months. Right? I know best when it comes to these problems. I really do. Okay, what do we have here? What is the rough profits per block currently for the miners? I believe it's 25 right now. They got 25 FB. I'm pretty sure 50. I think it's 25 though. That was disclosed to us in a Medium article. Will Sats Pump... Oh, shit, yeah, a lot of Sats Pump Fun questions. That's fine, bring them. Will Sats Pump Fun work with OKEx Wallet? It's the only mobile wallet that's compatible with Fractal right now. Mobile is how you get retail. No, absolutely. So, right now, what we're going to do is when we go live, whether that be in the first week of November or before that, or in the end of October, or maybe before that, but, within the coming weeks, we're going to go live with the degen mode, which is the current structure and business model for the Pump Fund model, where somebody comes, they create their token, they upload their logo, they choose the ticker, they can add their social media accounts if they want, and they could buy how much they want. This was voted by the community, okay? The majority vote as well. Then shortly after that, we will roll out the BTC mode, which is like how you guys mint these tokens. There's a max mint there's a max amount per mint. And then it's like a fair way. And if that's minted out, it goes into a liquidity pool. And your question now here is what? Yeah, the wallet support. So we expect Unisat to have support for Cat20 wallets as they disclosed to us in their Medium articles. That will be the main wallet on day one. Now, SafeNect, which is a new wallet, but they are reputable. I believe I seen S-Script retweeted them. They're in Hong Kong too. They have a nice wallet as well. It supports Bitcoin, Cat, and also FB. So that's something that we could also support as well. Now, are we going to support OKEx? I would love to, but we can't just do everything all at once, or else we're looking for problems. But we will eventually, absolutely. And to your point, mobile, that is powerful. So that will be on the top of our priority list to have OKEx wallet as a supported wallet for the Sats Pump Fund platform. So people who have access to their mobile phone more than they do a computer will be able to join in on the action. Thank you for bringing that up. I was unaware of that too. Dev, please take a note of that. OKEx wallet supports mobile support for FB. Yeah. Dev's like, I heard it. Yeah. What we got here? Fleur will make them drop their fees for sure. Yeah, that's interesting, I mean, fees are expensive. They are. But if Fleur is going to do that, then I guess it is what it is. And this is where we get the healthy competition. And I'm for both camps. Ordinal's wallet and DotSwap. Again, if it wasn't for DotSwap, guys, none of y'all will have fucking cat tokens. Okay? And then I would have felt bad, and like the lousy 2,700 I got from a SAT-VB of 3 because I hooked up a node, I would have come up with some fucking way of giving you guys my share. So thank you so much, DotSwap, for making that happen. I don't gotta do that. But if it wasn't for them, you guys wouldn't have cats. So we gotta give them credibility and, like how the homies say it in the hood, put some respect on their names. So we're gonna do that. We look at Ordinal's wallet. Anybody who's been there from the beginning, from the dawn, the advent of Ordinals, knows this firsthand. Ordinal's wallet was like the DotSwap of those days. DotSwap really came in when runes went live. I don't think they were here before that. I really don't. I mean, I'm sure that's accurate. But Ordinal's wallet, bro, they were fucking fast, bro. Quick, fast, delivered, you know? And you can expect the same thing here, although it's new tech and whatever, trying to understand the Cat20 standard. But I love it that it's almost like the two best options are going to work right now. So we're in good hands, man. You see anything there, Devis? Any other questions? I'm not on the Twitter side.
Yeah. So from Don Juan 914, will the cat token itself play any part of Satspan Fun?
Sorry, people ask. They say I sweat a lot. It's the coffee. It makes me perspire. If you've been watching me for some time, you should be used to that. Sorry, I want to just answer someone. Katoshi, by the way, you're putting out some crazy good content. I started to follow you, Katoshi. Keep up the good work. So Katoshi, Katoshi rather. Katoshi wants to know, who's Dev? He's probably guessing, is that a developer of yours? It's DEIV. Dev is a really good friend of mine, a teammate of mine for the past 6 years or so. And he's one of the people that I trust the most when it comes to, you know, my crypto stuff. So, and yeah, he's here as well. So he's part of the TCL community, which was my brand, The Crypto Lifestyle, from back in the day. Okie dokie. Sorry, Dev, what was the question on your end?
No, it was from
Can I show you to them? Can I dox you or no?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, just put on a smile. There's Devis. Devis with the tiny one. Devis with the tiny one.
Cheers, everybody.
You look so cute, bro. Holy shit. You got a nice smile. Okay, go on, Dev.
Yeah, Don Juan is asking if the cat token itself will play a part on the Satspan Fun.
As of now, no. But I might be working on something. A thought crossed my mind, and I think I might be implementing something. We'll see. But right now, there's too much on my plate to really start to incorporate other things. Trust me, there's too much on our plate. We just want to deliver a product that works. Yeah. So this will be an MVP, by the way, guys. And as we go along, we'll improve. But it's going to do all the things that we've already discussed. The minting, the migration of liquidity, all of these things, okay? So we'll come out with a Medium article, I would say, pretty soon. I don't want to give you guys a timeline on that, where all the information will be laid out for y'all, okay? And we'll improve the product as we go along, 110%. Can you please explain the FB supply thing in layman language? Well, the supply, I believe there's about 1% of the supply circulating. Yeah? All right. Where are we here? Yeah. So, right here. Okay. 210 is the max supply. Circulating is about 2.7 million, which equates to roughly 1%. Okay. So, you got a small supply circulating. You got a high FD, fully diluted valuation. And you got miners selling like mad. We haven't really seen any real DApp as of yet that requires the demand for FB. As a matter of fact, one would have loved it, right, if PizzaSwap, you know, the gas token was FB, because that's great demand. But even still with that, I still believe we would be a little bit stagnant here because, guys, to create a liquidity pool that's sufficient, you need minimum 500K, on average 1 million. People minting BRC20 tokens don't have that type of deep pockets. Maybe some people do, but not the average person or the majority of people. So we still would have that illiquid, you know, hey, maybe I'm not giving them as much credit as I should. Maybe they do have deep pockets, but we're not seeing any, you know, significant liquidity pools. So when we have all of these factors and miners selling on all these things, and we have a brand new network trying to look for demand and supply and all these things, mind you, the token economics, guys, with a limited circling supply of like 1% is actually good. But what's killing us here is the miners as well. You know, and like for me personally, I got FB to spray fucking bullets in the ecosystem. So bought FB pumped. Okay, right? So people bought FB to spray bullets, FB pumped. We take those bullets, we put into other things, other assets, right? So we got these other assets, then people go out for Bitcoin or whatever, or dumping back FB, whatever. It's just a lot going on right now in the early stages. It's hella, not even volatile, but price discovery is just not there, you know? But again, we're going to try our best to add value to the network outside of just giving our opinion every time a thought crosses our mind, like what people do on Twitter, you know? And we showed you guys what pump fund models do to networks. I'm not saying that we are going to pump FB. I'm just showing you guys what already happened to similar criteria and situations, you know? Okay. I'll buy cat at $1. Yeah, I gotta go buy some cat. What am I doing here going live still, brother? Before cat pops back up to $2, I gotta go get mine. So, you know what? There ain't really much left to say, ladies and gentlemen, as we cross the 1 hour mark, other than until the next live stream video, upload a video. Your ass is on your own, bro. Later.